Hey Scorpio, thanks for visiting. And as I always ask you, if you like this reading, please like or subscribe, leave a comment if you would like to. You don't have to. If you don't want to, of course, I don't mind. I'm just happy to have you here. So I'm just going to start your reading for lovely Scorpio. The first card you have for your past is the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, I'm seeing some news coming to you. I think some news came to you. I think it was very positive news or some kind of a positive message. Yeah, this card can be about newness, springtime, beginning of something. So maybe this was a small message, the start of a message, kind of like the hint of something to come, the beginning of something. And, I think, you're really happy. You're happy to hear this message. You're welcome to this. This was something about, I think this was some kind of information or something about work or study opportunity. It was like an opportunity, something around money, I think, or something that had the potential to bring you money. And I think you might have been, you were very excited about the prospect of this. It was the prospect that excited you. It was kind of what was going to happen at the end was exciting. But I think a part of you also might have felt maybe a little bit scared, maybe not scared, but it was like, when you imagined the end result of doing this, it was fantastic. It was like, oh, at the end I'll have this and I'll be finished and it'll be fantastic. But then when you thought about maybe the logistics or the planning or the actual work that you had to do and everything that would have to go into this, maybe you felt a little bit overwhelmed. And that's the feeling I'm getting around this. It's kind of like I'm excited by the idea, but I'm overwhelmed when I have to think about all the work I have to do and whether I can actually do this. Because if you look at this page, he's looking up to this beautiful golden coin and he definitely wants it, but he seems a little bit, it's like it's a little bit out of his reach. It's on the tips of his fingers. So, of course, it's not out of his reach. He's holding it. But maybe he's wondering, how am I going to achieve this? How am I going to achieve this? I really want this, but how am I going to get it? And that's how he's kind of looking up to this coin. So, if this is resonating with you, and I think, and you're still thinking about this, you're still a little bit worried about this, I can see this is a really good thing. This is a really good opportunity, and you definitely can do this. You can. So just start maybe by, maybe taking some small steps toward that if you can, so that it doesn't feel quite as overwhelming. It's like a great big mountain. You just look at the step in front of you, and before you know it, you're kind of half the way up. It's that kind of thing. And it's going to take you time. It is going to take time to do that. But don't think, if say it's good, I'm not saying it's going to take you 2 years, but let's say if it takes you 2 years and you think, oh, I'm looking at two, like say if you're studying and it's 2 years, I've got 2 years ahead of me, I'll never be able to do that. That's such a long time. But when you think about it, that 2 years is going to go past whether you've done that or not. So you can look back and you can say, oh, I've done that, it's finished now. Or you can look back and say, oh, I wasted that 2 years. Not saying that you're going to waste that time, but that's the kind of thing you should be thinking about. Don't think about, oh, I've got that great big thing in front of me. It's a great big obstacle. Think about what's after the obstacle. This is interesting because I was listening to something today just on YouTube, and it was about, I can't remember who it was, but this man was saying, he was kind of coming around the street somewhere. I think it was in New York or something. He was coming around, and there was a big booth, and it said free bagels, free cupcakes, free food, free, beautiful bakery and all these lovely things. And he said to his friend, oh wow, this looks amazing. I'm going to get in this queue and I'm going to get these free bagels and everything. And his friend said, oh no, the queue's too long. The queue's too long. I don't want to get in that. I don't want free food. I don't want that. I don't want to get in that queue. It's too long. And he said that his friend saw the queue, but he saw the bagels. And so don't see the obstacle. This was the thing. And it's really interesting because I was just thinking about that when I was looking at this. That, instead of seeing the obstacle, see what's at the end of the obstacle and see it as something to, see it as a challenge to get through, to get to that obstacle. That's what I'm seeing. And I hope that doesn't sound cringy. It just came into my mind because I just heard that today. But yeah, I think that, I think that whoever this was that gave you this message, they gave the message to you. for a reason, because you can do this. That's why you got this message. They didn't give it to the next door neighbor. They didn't give it to the person walking across the road. They gave it to you. And you were given this message for a reason. So if this is resonating with you, apart from my corny story, I'm sorry about that. If this is resonating with you, do something with it. Please do something about this, because I'm seeing this as a really, really good opportunity. And yes, of course, it's going to be difficult, but what isn't? Please just do it. So the next card you have for your past is the Two of Wands. So yeah, I think this is going to take some time. Obviously, it's going to take a lot of preparation, and I'm still getting this feeling of you thinking, how am I going to be able to do this? How am I going to be able to take this on? I've already got I've got this to do, and I've got that to do, and I've got so much to do, and it's going to take time, and how am I going to do this? And you are busy, you really are, and I'm just sensing that, I'm just seeing that you are busy, but there's someone else around you who should be maybe stepping up to do a lot of what you're doing, or maybe even helping you with some things, taking over some things. I'm just getting this feeling of you having to maybe thinking that you had to, or I'm just seeing that you had to kind of ask someone to do something over and over and over again before they'd actually do it, and then even when they did it, maybe they didn't do it properly, and then you had to do it again. So maybe it felt a bit like, it's easier to do it myself, than ask them, because first I have to ask them 20 times, then I have to remind them, then I have to ask them again, and then I'm stressed that they haven't done it, and then when they finally do it after this great big huge drama, then they only kind of half do it, and it's not, and then I have to do it again, and it's kind of like it's not worth it. But if this resonates with you, you might have to think about this again, because you are going to have to free up some time for yourself. The man on this card, he wants to move forward. He can see the whole world in front of him, and he can see all these opportunities. He's looking out into the world, and he's thinking, I can do this and I can do that. And he's hanging on to one wand, but there's another wand behind him, and it's bolted to the wall. It's not going anywhere. If you're bolted to the wall, you're not going anywhere. You're stuck there. So whoever this is stuck there, and they really need to step up. They really need to help you. And I don't know if this is what's happening or not, but I'm just seeing this. Now, this might be not what's happening, but I just saw this, and I have to say this. Sometimes maybe this unhelpfulness, or this kind of practical unhelpfulness, might be a sign of someone maybe undermining you, or maybe trying to hold you back, or maybe even trying to control you. Now, I don't want to make you paranoid. It might not be might not be what's happening, but just have a think about that. If this resonates with you, it might be that, because sometimes people can put obstacles in your way if they don't want you to achieve something. It can be a way of holding you back. So either way, whether they're doing it on purpose or whether they're just lazy, they're holding you back anyway. So something has to be done about this anyway. So you're going to have to do something to free up this time for yourself if you're going to be able to do this. But it's worth doing. It's really worth doing. The last card you have, your past, is the Five of Cups. Yes. So yeah, I'm seeing a few things in this card. I think someone might have been talking to you. I think maybe they were trying to get a bit closer to you. And this is someone who, they really care about you, actually. They really do care about you. There's a lot of emotion in this card, but there's a lot of disappointment as well in this card, obviously. I'm getting a lot of mixed emotions around this, and I hope this is going to make some sense. But I think someone might have been trying to come close to you or closer to you, and I think you welcomed this. I'm getting a positive feelings coming from you around this, but maybe they had some sort of mess to clean up, or they'd gotten themselves into some kind of difficult situation or a bad situation or something like that. I think they felt that they had to try and fix things before they could be with you properly, because I'm seeing someone wanting to try and put their best face on for you. It's something like that. I don't know if they were at a distance from you. There is some kind of distance around this, I think. They wanted to come close to you. They wanted to walk across this bridge and come to you. I don't know if you can see that bridge. I'll just move it so you can see. So there's a bridge. So they wanted to walk across the bridge. and they wanted to come to you, but they had a lot of things to sort through first. And I think maybe they still do, because I don't think this has been resolved. I'm getting this feeling that it's kind of still a bit open-ended. So whoever this is has made some mistakes. They've made some very bad mistakes, actually, but they have good intentions toward you. They have pure intentions toward you, and they have a lot to sort out. They might have felt a bit overwhelmed as well, and a bit lost in whatever it was they had to sort out. And I think they still do have all of this to sort out, but that's what I'm seeing in that. I'm seeing that they know they've made mistakes, they want to fix them up, and they want to come toward you, but they're a little bit lost in how they're going to fix up all of these things. That's what I'm seeing in that card. So the first card you have for your present is the Queen of Cups. So yes, obviously this person still has a lot of emotion for you, which makes me think that it could be a love connection, but I'm not sure if it is, because I'm kind of getting a lot of mixed messages around this, actually. Maybe you were on and off again with this person, or maybe there was some kind of unsurety at different times as to whether this was a friendship or an actual relationship. There's a bit of confusion around that, but they're still thinking about you, and I think that their main motivation for sorting out their mess might be you. That's what's motivating them to do it, but that doesn't mean that they're actually doing it. They're still in a mess, they're still a bit lost, and I'm still getting that feeling that they want to be the best that they can. They want to clear up everything before they can actually move forward. But they want to fix things up, they want to clear things up, but they just don't know where to start. That it's just overwhelming. That's what I'm seeing. This beautiful queen, if you look at her, she's sitting on her throne, she's right on the edge of the water. She's really, really lost in her emotions. And so if this is resonating, I just really, really hope something clicks in this person's head and they start moving. It's really, really sad to see, actually. I just really hope they can do something about this. So yeah, the next card you have for your present is the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, very slow. This is the slow card. So if you are waiting for this person, if you're waiting for them to come to you, waiting for them to come and be with you fully, this is going to take some time, I think, because I don't know if this is going to make sense, but this person in the Five of Cups, I think they're kind of almost trapped in their mind, actually. A lot of this is going on inside their head, I think. They do have things to do. They have a lot of practical things to do. They have a lot of other problems. They have a lot of things to fix up. But they're kind of struggling to separate all of these problems. It's like they have a practical problem here, they have another one here, they have another problem there, they have another one there. Say they have 5 problems. They can't separate those 5 problems. They're all kind of tied up in knots, and that great big knots inside their head. They can't separate them all, and they can't say, right, that problem's over there, what can I do about that? Let's write a list. Okay, so I can do that, I can do that, I can... they can't kind of separate it and see it like that. They're kind of just seeing it all bundled up in a great big mess. And they're really struggling. So, and I'm seeing, I know this is the card of inaction and kind of standing there and doing nothing, but I am seeing moving around this too. I think they might have to move house maybe, or they might have to move locations or something like that, or they might have to pack things away, or there's a lot of practical thing they have to do. And that's and physical moving, some kind of physical thing they need to do as well. And that's one of many things they have to do. But they're really, really stuck, and it's like, one problem's leading to another problem in their heads, and they're all in a big mess. So again, I really hope they can get themselves out of this. They need to start somewhere, anywhere, it doesn't matter where. This knight, he's holding up this golden coin. It's like a prize. It's something to aspire to. He wants it, but he's not moving. He's just standing there. This person wants to be with you, whether this is a relationship, whether this is a friendship, whether this is a friendship that leads to a relationship, I don't know, but they want something with you. They want to be close to you, I can see that. But they need something to make them move. They need a fire under them or something like that. I know I'm in Aries, I shouldn't speak like that because I know this is very serious, but yeah, they need something. They need something to get them moving. They need to start somewhere, anywhere. So the last card you have for your present is the Queen of Swords. So, you know, you might have to try to talk to them if this is all resonating with you. I think that's if they'll actually talk to you about this, because I keep on seeing that, you know, they want to sort themselves out before they can come forward to you. I keep on seeing that. But, you know, if you can, maybe try to talk to them if that'll help. I don't know, give them some kind of advice. If what I'm seeing is correct here, I mean, they need help. This queen is able to cut through things with a big sword. She can see things very clearly. She has a lot of clarity about things. And this is what they need. They need clarity. And clarity is what's going to set them free. That's what I'm seeing in this card, because, you know, this card's full of butterflies around the queen's crown, and on her throne there's butterflies. And butterflies represent freedom, obviously. So clarity is what's going to set them free. But they're not getting it at this time. And, you know, you've been through a lot yourself. You're really good at helping people. But, you know, again, I think they might view being helped as a kind of a weakness or something like that. And you know it isn't a weakness. I know it isn't. But that's how they feel. They see accepting help as some kind of weakness or something like that. They might be a very proud person. So, yeah, I know this reading is turning out to be a really specific reading. I know that. But this is all what I'm seeing. I'm really seeing this quite clearly, a very specific thing. So I really hope the right person hears this. So, yeah, I'll just keep going, because I know this is specific. I'm just realizing how specific this is. Yeah, so the first card you have for your future is the Ace of Cups. Yeah, so I'm still seeing this situation. So, yeah, if this person doesn't want to be helped and they want to try to sort things out for themselves, there really isn't a lot you can do. I mean, you can try to talk to them, but there's not a lot you can do. That's what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing that they do really want to just deal with this themselves. They don't want you to help them. Now, you know, be with them, of course, or talk to them, or, you know, just give them your support when you can. Just say you're thinking about them, whatever, but they don't want any practical advice or support from you. That's what I'm seeing quite clearly here. So, you know, there's not a lot you can do about that. I know it's frustrating when you know that you'll be able to help them, but, you know, you can't do anything about that. So what I'm seeing here is that you really need to make sure that you're not stressed out by this yourself. You know, there's no point in having two stressed people. They're really stressed about this, and having two stressed people isn't going to change the situation. It's not going to improve it. It's not going to fix anything. And, you know, they are motivated. I'm seeing that. They're motivated in their heads to change things. They do want to do that. They do want to come to you, but it's going to take time. Again, it's going to take time, and they want to do this by themselves. So, yeah, it'll happen eventually. But the change is going to have to come from them. That's what I'm seeing very, very, very clearly. So if this is resonating, all you can do really is try to make things as peaceful as possible for yourself. Try not to make this emotional situation overwhelm you or distract you. Definitely don't let it distract you from this opportunity I'm seeing in the Page of Pentacles. Really go for that opportunity. Don't let this stop you, and don't use it as an excuse either to say, oh, I'll put that off because I've got all this emotional stuff going on. Don't do that either. And yeah, just try not to let these emotions overwhelm you. I think there's definitely potential for growth here between you. So don't think it's never going to happen. I think they are going to come to you eventually. There are some beautiful water lilies at the bottom of this card, so there's a lot of growth, but it's eventual growth, and they're going to have to go through this process by themselves to get to this growth. Like this beautiful dove is going through this cup, coming out the other side. There's tears, there's water coming down, and then there's growth at the bottom. So they have to go through a difficult process to get there. That's what I'm seeing. So you concentrate on what you need to do. Motorbikes. Yeah, so concentrate on yourself. You know, you have a lot of things you need to concentrate on in your life. You've got this opportunity, you've got other things as well, you're very busy. So concentrate on yourself. And of course, you know, be there for them, support them when you can, but, you know, really focus on yourself. That's all you can do anyway. That's what I'm seeing. So the next card you have for your future is the 10 of Pentacles. So yeah, there's a lot of work here. There's a lot of planning that needs to go into this opportunity, this project that I was seeing in the Page of Pentacles. And again, this is something that's going to happen very slowly. This card can be about building things up slowly. It can be about building money up slowly. So yeah, this is going to happen slowly. But again, don't let that stop you. Definitely don't let it stop you from starting. This is the same message I was seeing in the Page of Pentacles. Start on this. Don't let it stop you. And, you know, again, I'm just looking at this watchtower on this card, and I'm looking at the family in the foreground. So it looks like the watchtower is looking over this family and seeing what's going on in this family. So I think you might still have a lot of burdens that you're carrying around. You might have a lot of this extra work that you're still carrying around at this time. And I think that you could be, or you should be, passing it on to other people. There are some people, once again, I'm seeing this again, I am seeing family here who aren't stepping up. I'm seeing one specific person actually who is not stepping up, and they should be doing a lot more than they're actually doing. Now, again, I can see you've tried to, I can see the same thing in this card. You've tried to talk to them, you've tried to talk to them about this, but they weren't really listening, because the couple in the middle of this card, they're talking and, you know, but it looks as if they're just saying hello, goodbye, and they're about to go past each other in separate directions. So yeah, again, this person wasn't listening to you, and they're still not at this time. So, you know, if they're still not going to listen, which is what I'm seeing, forget them, just ignore them, you know, do something else to free up this time for you. You know, you can try and force people to do things. If they're not going to do, unless they're your child, they really should do as they're told. But if they're not, you know, even though morally they should help other people and not be lazy and all of that kind of thing, you cannot force people to do things. So you're just going to have to find some other way around this that's going to let you free up your time and let all these burdens go. But please try and find a way to do that, because this is very important. You know, there are a lot of coins on this card. So this project or this opportunity, this is telling me that it could be very lucrative for you, but you need time to be able to do this. And, you know, you need to be able to let this thing go so that you can have the time to be able to do this. That's what I'm seeing. I know I'm repeating myself, but I am seeing the same thing, kind of thing I'm seeing there that I was seeing in your past. So the last card you have for your future is the 3 of Swords. Yes, horrible card. I'm seeing a lot of frustration here. I'm seeing that, you know, you might be tempted to say something. I am seeing angry words in this card. I don't mean for this to be negative, I really, really don't. But this person in the 5 of Cups, you know, again, they're going to be taking their time. I am feeling this frustration around this. I'm feeling frustrated as well. They're just going to have to do whatever they need to do in their own time. Now, obviously, there are 3 swords in this card, and I think this might be about you, them, and the problem. The problem is in the middle. The problem is coming between you. And that's what's causing all of this kind of upset and this anger. And swords obviously can mean angry words. So, yeah, they want to fix it. That's what I'm seeing. I am seeing a conversation that you might have, and you might be tempted to say something in anger because you are going to be very frustrated. And this isn't showing me that you are actually 100% going to have this conversation, you're going to be angry. This is kind of like a warning to you to say that if you do have a conversation, you start feeling frustrated, stop yourself. Either stop the conversation, say, okay, I need to go, I'm sorry, I'll talk to you a bit later, or go away, walk off, whatever you need to do to stop yourself, because I'm seeing that you are going to be faced with a situation, probably, that's what I'm seeing here, where you're going to be feeling frustrated, and you're going to be feeling very angry, and you're going to be tempted to say something really hurtful, and it's not going to help them. If you do that, it might even set them back even further. So be very, very, very careful around this. This is like a warning to you. So anytime, you know, this might not resonate, it might, I don't know, but I need to say this because I'm seeing this warning. yeah, if you start to feel angry, walk away, do anything you can, because I think you're already frustrated, and if you say something to them, call them a name or something, or you get angry, they're going to go all the way back to square one, and they're going to be all emotional in this, and it's going to set them back even further. I know I've said that before, I'm just repeating myself now, so I'll stop now. So yeah, Scorpio, I hope this resonated. Well, I won't say that because it was quite negative, but general readings can't always resonate with everyone, as I always say. But again, if you like this reading, please like, please subscribe. You probably didn't like it. Leave a comment, even if it's bad. I don't mind, I understand. Thank you so much for watching.